guys, this is Eric with Cooking Bee Blog, and today I'm going to be making protein bars. So to begin, I'm going to be measuring out a few things. I'm going to be using this scale, and I'll provide a link in the description about this scale. It's got this tare button here, which you can basically take a plate and then zero it out, and then you can add ingredients to it. So to start, I'm just going to be adding about, make this a little bit more accurate, 4 ounces of oats. I'm going to be adding this into the mixer here, the Cuisinart. And since this is already equaled out, I can just put that back where it was. Put about 3 ounces of mixed nuts in here. It's almonds and peanuts, the mixture. I've already done this one. This is 4 ounces of peanut butter. So let's go ahead and add that in. So 4 ounces. All right. And what else we got here? This is flaxseed. I'm just going to do like an ounce of flaxseed. Put that in there. And this is coconut. I'm going to be putting in 3 ounces of coconut. Okay, it's like a cup of coconut there. And what else do we got? Oh yes, protein powder. Almost forgot. So for protein powder, I'm not going to weigh it. I'm just going to put in 4 scoops of protein powder. And that is essentially it. So I'm going to add a little bit of milk. That's about 1/4 cup. And I may add more as I blend this in. But I'm just going to start out with 1/4 cup. We probably won't need just a little bit more milk in there. Not too much. That's like 1/2 cup of milk in there now. You want it to do this. So now we've got these clumps. So you want it to clump up a little bit so you can form your bars. You want to be able to do that. Okay, so that's about perfect because it's starting to, you can see how it holds together there. So I'll be right back with a cookie sheet and some parchment paper. I'm gonna do a piece here. I'm going to put this directly onto it. I'm going to mix this just slightly here. There's some more gooey stuff there at the bottom. So this is a little messy to begin with, but it all works out. You kind of just get it into a shape. Just keep pushing it down. And this is no bake, so there's no baking required. You know, I can wet my fingers a little bit, and it normally helps so I'm not sticking as much. Like so. Kind of want to flatten it out so everything's pretty even. And that's essentially it. I'm going to put this into the ice box, and then we will cut it into equal proportions, and that way we can measure out our recipe, and we can figure out exactly how much protein is in each bar. So that's the goal. That way, when we snack on it, or when I snack on it, I'll know exactly how much protein I'm getting in. So let me show you how to do that, and I'll be right back, and I'll be back as soon as this chills down a little bit. Okay, that's been in the refrigerator, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes or so, so I'm just going to start cutting this off in portions, like this, as even as I can get them. And let's see what we've got here. So those are 2 there. And something like this. This is going to be 1 down at the end here. And now that this is done, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the freezer. I'm going to go over this one kind of like that. And then I'm just going to put this in the freezer for about 30 minutes. See you then. Now for the last part of the video, I'm going to just put these in containers, probably in there about a half an hour in the freezer. They're still pretty gooey, I guess you could say. These are going to freeze up quite nicely in a couple hours. Okay, I just wanted to show you this. This is my frozen protein bars. They're not perfect, they're very rustic, but they taste really, really good. You'd be surprised how good they taste. And you got the peanut butter in there. Some of these are a little bit small, but for the most part, I've tried to make them all the same size. But they freeze very well, and they come out. They don't stick to each other inside the once they freeze. That's a good thing. So they're really easy to snack on. And I really like to have these with coffee. So I'm going to show you here. I got this fancy espresso machine that's made by Jura. It's a really nice machine. I've had it for almost 4 years. It's been serviced just a couple of times, and works great. So let me just brew some espresso here for you. This is the NA3 model. I'll leave a link to it if I can find it on the internet. As you can see, that's a pretty good snack for breakfast for sure. These are really soft and nice. So be sure to subscribe, to Cooking Bee Blog, or you can message me through the Contact Us link at the very top, and feel free to ask me any questions.